Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to discuss a very harsh truth. A truth nobody tells you until it's too late. You might have seen multiple videos, you might have read countless headlines where people say 10 crore rupees retirement goal achieved. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you even 10 crore rupees is not enough to retire in India? Yes, you heard that right. Now let me start off by saying that it's not my personal view. This is an analysis video I've made by analyzing some news articles and blog posts. So it's not meant to discourage or scare off anyone. We'll just explore the different aspects that one must consider during their retirement journey to achieve their goal of being financially independent. If you like my analysis and want more such videos where I present structured analysis on important topics like general awareness, geopolitics, current affairs, etc., then please subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to make more such in-depth analysis and break it down so you all can understand it in a very simple manner. So with that said, let me break it down point by point and understand why the retirement dream may be slipping away further from you, even when you hit the so-called magic number of 10 crores. So first of all, 10 crore rupees is not as big as it used to be. Inflation is silently eroding your wealth. Let's start off with inflation, the invisible monster, right? So back in 2000, 1 lakh rupees could buy you a brand new car. Today, that same car costs 10 to 15 lakh of rupees. This is inflation at work. So as prices rise, the value of your money actually falls. Now imagine this across 30 years of retirement. If inflation averages 6%, your 10 crore rupees today will be worth just rupees 1.74 crores in real purchasing power by the time you are 85 years of age. You save 10 crores but can only spend like you have 1.7 crores. So yeah, that's the trap. Next point is that lifestyle inflation in urban India turns the 10 crore rupees retirement corpus into a tickling time bomb. When you earn more, you spend more. You move to a bigger flat, dine out more often, maybe even hire a driver. Well, that's called lifestyle inflation, and it's very real in urban India. A couple in Mumbai or Bengaluru with 10 crore retirement fund spending 2 lakhs a month will run out of money in less than 25 years. And that's before accounting for inflation. You think 2 lakh rupees per month is a lot? Well, not really. Rent, society charges, maintenance charges, healthcare, domestic help, and travel alone can easily cross 1.5 lakh. You don't even realize when your costs explode, right? Next aspect is rising healthcare costs can wipe out decades of savings in just one emergency. So one illness, one heart attack, one stroke, one major cancer diagnosis. That's all it takes. Even with insurance, the out-of-pocket expenses for top private hospitals can range from 10 to 30 lakhs. And if you need long-term care, say physiotherapy, dialysis, nursing, then the monthly bills can be even 1 lakh rupees or more. Now multiply that over the years. Suddenly your 10 crore fund is bleeding. Healthcare inflation in India is about 12 to 15%, double the general inflation rate. So the older you get, the more your body demands and the faster your money disappears. The next point is that children's education, marriage and family support can destroy your retirement math. Most Indian parents don't save up for themselves, they save for their children. MBA abroad, well that's 80 lakh to 1 crore. Destination wedding, that's 30 to 60 lakhs easily. And then come the surprise expenses. Your son wants to start or build a business or a startup. Your daughter wants to buy a flat. Someone in the family needs urgent help. You step in because you are the elder one and the more responsible one. Before you know it or realize it, your retirement fund isn't yours anymore. It's your family's emergency fund. So you've sacrificed your youth, now you sacrifice your old age as well. So yes, that's some hard-hitting fact. Now let's discuss taxes and hidden charges can quietly eat into your investments every year. Let's talk about taxes, the most underestimated enemy. Mutual fund gains taxed, fixed deposits taxed, rental income taxed. Even annuities from insurance companies are also taxable. Add to that the management fees, brokerage commissions and TDS cuts. Your returns shrink dramatically. Your 10% returns easily become 6% real return, adjusting for tax. And after inflation, maybe just 2 to 3%. You think your wealth is growing, but in reality, you are just standing still. Or even worse, slipping backwards. The next aspect is that India's inflation-adjusted returns are among the lowest in major economies. Yes, India has high nominal returns. But real returns, quite low. Why? Because inflation is also very high. So even if your stock portfolio grows at 12% annually and inflation is at 6%, your real growth is only 12 minus 6, that is 6%. Compare that with countries like US or Germany, where inflation is only 2 to 3% and long-term returns are often similar. So in India, you have to work harder and risk more just in order to stay afloat. And most people aren't calculating their real returns. They only look at the big numbers. So yeah, that's one big mistake. Next is real estate is no longer a guaranteed wealth generator. It can become a liability. So Indians love property. But is it always smart? Maintenance charges, property tax, legal issues, builder delays, tenant problems. Owning property after retirement can become a stressful job and even nightmare, especially in your old age. Plus, real estate prices in many metros have stagnated for the last 7 to 10 years. Buying a 3 crore flat doesn't guarantee returns. It might just sit there eating your cash. And if you need to liquidate, well, good luck. Real estate is illiquid and stressful to sell under pressure. Also, if you need, say, only a portion of your money, then there's no way of selling real estate partially and meet your partial funds requirement. Coming to the next one, global instability and market volatility make even safe investments unsafe. Your mutual fund is doing well today, but then what about tomorrow? Russia invades Ukraine, oil prices spike, stock markets crash. Or the US Fed increases interest rates, Indian markets react instantly. We live in a very hyper-connected global economy, and even the safest seeming investments can sharply drop without any warning. So your 10 crore could become 7 crore in a matter of months, just because of something that happened some 10,000 kilometers away, that too in another country. So the FIRE or financial independence retire early dream is being sold, but it is not being explained fully. Everyone's talking about FIRE. Retire at 40, travel the world, live your dream. But then what's the fine print? Most FIRE advocates in India live extremely frugal. From cutting down daily costs to not plan for children to move to lower rent cities and then lean investing. And many have set up multiple income streams and they're earning money passively or through side hustles along with their full-time job. So yes, there's no magical escape button. It's a strategic and a long-term lifestyle change which you need to adopt. If you think you'll retire at 40 with 5 or 10 crore rupees corpus and spend like a king, then think again. It doesn't work out that way. There are a lot of sacrifices, discipline, and focus required at least for the initial wealth accumulation period that one must go through. Also, living till the age of 90 is a real possibility, and that's 30 years of zero income. Life expectancy is rising thanks to medical science and our scientists who have found treatments of many diseases which were previously not treatable or curable. So now you might live till the age of 85 or 90, and that's a 30-year retirement window if you stop working at 60. Now imagine going on a long road trip but only filling your fuel tank once at the start. Sounds risky, right? Well, that's exactly what retirement without planning looks like. Even 10 crore rupees spread over 30 years with rising costs and emergency can feel very, very less. India's social security net is virtually non-existent for the middle class. So yes, that adds another layer of instability. Unlike the West, India doesn't offer strong government pensions, subsidized elderly care, or free healthcare for the middle class retirees. Yes, there's Provident Fund or the EPFO. Yes, there's PMVVY and the SCSS. But these schemes offer limited amounts, often with capped returns, and are often insufficient for urban lifestyles. So then what's left? Well, you're basically on your own. Your savings, your investments, they are your only lifeline. And if you make a mistake, there's unfortunately no safety net to catch you and save you. Next point is that you are not accounting for grey inflation, the cost that rise faster than the CPI or the Consumer Price Index. You know what inflation is, but then what's grey inflation? Well, it's the inflation of things specific to old age, relating to healthcare, insurance premiums, adult diapers, medical devices, mobility aids, etc. These rise much faster than the general CPI inflation. CPI says inflation is 5%, but then your actual cost may be rising at 9%. So there's a 4% delta already. And that's grey inflation, and it's a silent killer. Your budget might say 50,000 per month, but in reality, that could actually mean 1 lakh per month, factoring in the grey inflation. So, 10 crore rupees today might sound huge, but tomorrow it could just be comfortable middle class. Finally, let's look at the big picture. 10 crore rupees sounds like a fortune today, but in 2045, it might be the new 1 crore. As the economy grows, so do expectations. Today, an iPhone costs 1.5 lakhs. In 2035, maybe 5 lakhs. Middle class today drives a Honda City. Middle class tomorrow, maybe an electric SUV. So lifestyle standards keep evolving with time. So unless you're planning for future costs, not just today's dreams, you'll always feel like you're running behind. So, coming to the conclusion, what does this all mean? I'm not saying 10 crore rupees is nothing. It's indeed a great achievement. But don't let that number stop you and make you feel complacent. We are in a world of rising uncertainty, exploding costs, and changing definitions of wealth. If you really want to retire in peace and not just survive but actually thrive, then you need more than a number. You need a plan, a backup plan, and even a backup for that backup. Because retirement is not the end of your career, it's the start of a 30-year financial marathon. And trust me, it's better to prepare now than to panic later. So if you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button. Share it with a friend who's blindly chasing the 1 crore or the 10 crore goal. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Harsh signing off. See you in the next one.